Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. It's a beautiful rainy day here in Yokohama. I am joined, as always, by my good buddy Glenn. How's it going?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today.
Man, so kind of a sad day.
Yeah, it's kind of gloomy. It's the rainy season in Japan has come. It's kind of bad. The weather forecast is still.
I was more
not
speaking
favorable.
of this is my last.
There's
We're gonna make it rain inside now.
Yeah, there's gonna be a bit emotional.
We'll try to get through it. Yeah, this is our last stream together here in Japan.
Yeah,
man.
man,
It's sad, but
going to be a last
yeah, once
live
we
together.
Yeah, together. But once we get settled over in the U.S., we're gonna be
Yeah.
we're gonna be doing kind of like how we started out. You know, remote cameraing in, and we're still gonna be bringing you the best live coffee content on the internet.
That's what
100%.
That's what we're planning to do, actually. Well, from the beginning we started that way, but we found out that
this is a lot more natural. It's a lot more fun, a lot more personal.
I agree.
It's better to share a cup of coffee in person than over the internet.
Exactly.
So we'll make it work. However we
Sure.
have to.
Yeah.
All right. So
anyway, we're gonna as we have promised and as we have discussed and talked about since from last week.
Yeah.
We want to bring you. This is actually the second part, so there's not gonna be any trilogy on this. This is gonna be the second time.
I mean, we could do a dark roast.
Probably.
Probably.
I want to go.
Maybe if we start delving into espresso drinks and
there
stuff
you go.
in the future.
Then everyone's gives you a new espresso machine.
Yeah.
Then that will be.
Yeah. So we're revisiting the Ecuador,
Right.
but this time in a light roast.
In the light roast. Reason why is that because we have introduced this last June 21 to be exact, and I did a medium roast on this one, and what we have been expected, what I have expected personally, is not really what I have found out and what we have discovered. So generally the cupping notes that we have brought together that we talk about, there's a lot of I can see that, I can find the lychee in there, I can find this fruit in there.
Yeah.
Because of according to the some of the coffee experts, that the coffee this type of beans, Sidra, it's called the Sidra. It's actually the origins from Typica and the bourbon, and they say that it one of the famous coffee beans that is actually grown in Ecuador, and it's a rarity. Actually, rarity meaning to say that Ecuador produces only very minimum numbers of coffee produced in a year compared to Colombia and Brazil.
Right. Yeah.
But today, again, just to refresh your the information and refresh your memory, the cupping notes of this is on lychee. It's got lychee.
Right. Wait. I'm looking at the wrong place. It's
yeah.
right there on the screen.
Yeah,
Right above
lychee.
Glenn's head.
Yeah. Lychee, grape, fig, and red apple, roast almond. It's got a bright acidity on it and sweet, and it's silky mouthfeel. That is actually best, they say, according to the coffee experts, in the light roast.
In the light roast, okay.
And that is what I wanted to try.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to find out again. My brother Jim here. So today, they said that it is best for light because it has like about the light of this, which I did actually. This what they call the smack dab. The smack dab. Is that all for you, sir? Thank you. The smack dab is the first, right after the first crack while roasting, after the first crack, just before the second crack occurs, that has approximately about a minute difference. So that's where you turn off that's what you call the smack dab.
Interesting.
Just exactly, means the word exactly or just precise. So it is a very you need to be so keen in roasting. So you have to be very attentive. So this is what we're going to bring to you today.
Nice.
in a smack dab, and we'll see what's going to happen. And
yeah, typically the last couple light roasts that you've done on different beans in the past, I haven't enjoyed them. They were a little too they had kind of a green taste to them, is all I could describe it as. And I didn't enjoy it, so I'm interested to see, what this bean brings in a light roast.
Right. Yeah. Me too, actually. Yeah. So actually, it's Jim and I's first time to try the light roast.
Yeah, you sent me home with some, and I never got a chance to brew.
Yeah, I said I wanted him to try it and find out, but I never had a chance to. I mean, I just milled today this morning. Just made a ground coffee this morning, and again, we're going to be doing 3 different methods. The siphon, of course. Okay.
Let's go to our brewing camera here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What we're dealing with. Yeah.
We'll be doing the siphon today. We'll be doing the press as usual, and the pour over.
Yeah, right? we got a new fancy little pour over here.
Oh yeah. It's a gift actually. So
nice.
We're doing about for the pour over. We'll be doing a little bit more today. This is going to be because we have some live audience out in here, so we want to share it to them. We have about a bunch of live audience out there. Yeah,
we got a big group this morning. I mean, our live audience has doubled since last week. Our producer's over here laughing.
Doubled actually.
So what we're doing here, we're doing 45 grams
45 grams
to
for the pour over
ml.
For the 700 ml and 25 for the siphon
to 400 ml
to 400 ml of water, and also 30 grams for our press for 500 ml of water. Okay, so that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to start off, of course.
We kind of got a head start this morning. We've got everything warmed up already, man. We're ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and start brewing.
Please do.
Pour over. We can dance around each other.
Just be careful because we have hot waters on our hands.
Hot water and coffee everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's nothing to complain about.
Okay, so we're warming up also our cups, okay? And make sure that when you serve good coffee, make sure that you also warm your cups. Your hot water.
It's gonna keep the temperature of the coffee more consistent as you drink it.
Exactly, yeah. That's right. And it basically helps the aroma at the same time of your coffee. Okay, so this is for our guests, for our audiences, our multiple. All right, so hey, it is. Wow, my brother Jim is brewing. That's his first time to use this. This is our first time to use that one actually.
Yeah,
it just came in yesterday.
Yesterday, wow.
Yeah. So we'll be doing the siphon. Okay. And the press, very soon.
Oh man.
Oh no. I just broke the press.
Oh no.
Thank you very much.
Bro, what? Wow. Do we have another press?
Yeah.
We got the big press. Huh?
We got a big one. Oh.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad that didn't cut you though, bro. That would have been.
Yeah.
That would have been disastrous.
It could have been. But good thing is that we have a bigger press, and
we've got more hot water to spare. So
okay, here's another press.
Wow,
bigger
man.
though. You know what? When it gets cold, when it gets hot, the surroundings of this is made of kind of plastic. It kind of make it more loose. So that's why. So when I start pouring out the water, there. And the glass came in.
Well, I'll tell you that this pour over is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. And siphon too. You know what? To tell the truth, I am expecting quite a good result from the siphon.
Really?
From the light.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like it's gonna be really acidic for me.
Yeah, that's how you feel. Sometimes our prediction and our expectation basically doesn't.
It doesn't match up to what it
up,
actually tastes like, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So we'll find out.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, we're gonna be warming up our new press, and I'll be very careful this time.
Please. We've got to have the French press.
You all heard it live, and
wow,
just broke it. Oh my goodness. There we go. Our 1 minute is over. Yeah. And for the press, see, it gets off again.
Oh, interesting.
Because when it's hot, this one basically expands. That's what you have to be very careful. Wow. There you go. So we'll be brewing 30 grams for the press. For the press. Okay. Moderately shake it just to have an equal plain size of the coffee. And pouring in your hot water, about 1/4 of your desired level of water, and then wait for a minute. I just started up my timer, and wow, you're brewing good, bro.
And this is going down really slowly.
Yeah.
Imagine this might actually give us a little fuller of a body.
That is a 45, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, we're doing 700 for that one.
Yeah. Well, we're doing 700 where it says 800.
Yeah. Wow.
We found out today you got to be really careful when you get stuff from China because 700 ml in this is not actually. It was about what 500, 600 ml.
Yeah. 650 to 500 actually from our Pyrex.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Measurement. So, you just have to be very careful. Just you make the right measurement. Just at least you remember and so you won't get lost. And
that's why one reason it helps to have a small kitchen scale to do this on if you want to really be precise.
Yeah, that's what brother Jim told me this morning.
Yeah, I always do my coffee on a scale just because I want a consistent result every time.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
Man, that's good.
Yeah. So another 4 or 5 minutes in here. Wow. That's about 500 ml of water here. Okay. And starting the timer. Okay.
Look at that, right on the dot. I'm good at this. I'm so good at this.
I like the color too.
Yeah, it looks so rich.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't look like a light roast to me.
So the siphon is almost over. Okay, we just have to wait for the last drop.
Yeah, for it to start bubbling in the bottom. So cool how it does that. And we're using the mesh filter on this again.
And
right?
yes, we're using the mesh filter over here. So again, I have discovered that using the mesh and the cloth basically gives us a very good tasting notes, and it retains the
We haven't
flavor
done
of
the paper filter here.
Yeah,
with the siphon.
I prefer not. I would rather go for the cloth and the mesh.
Yeah.
And the other kind of mesh that we have had in the beginning of the early time of our presentation. Yeah, I like that.
Oh yeah.
Rubber, yeah.
The smaller one.
The smaller
I like the ceramic
this
mesh.
one.
It's just too fancy.
Yeah.
It's too fancy.
Too fancy. Yeah.
Careful.
I guess we have.
I'm gonna put the pour over in these cups.
Pour over for which one?
For these 2 cups here.
Okay. Yeah, be careful with this broken glass in here.
All right.
That's going to be for the pour over. Wow. And for
our live studio audience.
Live studio audience.
Yes, sir. Oh wow! I don't like the way that pours. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It was coming off the side.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be careful. Wow! Ooh, yeah, I don't like the way that pours at all. Bro. That's you gotta really pour slowly. It just kind of kicks up off the side of the, like right here.
Yeah, true.
It kind of just spouts out.
That's made in.
Made in China.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Let's get there.
All right. So we have the pour over, and yeah.
Oh.
And for the siphon, where do we use the siphon? Here.
Let's put the siphon in this.
Okay.
Just because it's hotter.
All right.
These glasses tend to cool faster.
Wow.
Just beautiful. Yeah, like my wife.
Yeah.
She's over there rolling her eyes.
Got a nice smile on you.
And that is it's really dark.
You think so?
I feel like it's darker than.
I think it's like a lighter for me. So
No, the
but,
color.
Yeah.
The color looks
the
darker
color, yeah.
than
than the usual.
than the past couple weeks. I'm scared. Pure acid.
Think so? Maybe not. Maybe it's
not.
gonna give you an interesting.
It could be completely different.
It might bring us a very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm expecting. Okay, so lastly, for our so I did 5,
Yeah, you
so
did
it's
5
already
minutes.
4,
Right.
and our press is ready.
Oh, we gotta pour the water in these. You already poured the water in. You're cheating.
For 530 grams of coffee. And
See, now that's how it should pour.
yeah, true.
You can learn from this guy.
You.
You.
You're new to the family. Making some adjustments.
Yeah, you know.
Give it time. Give it some time.
Stop pulling these down.
All right, guys.
Man.
Here's our cupping notes. We'll find out. Wow. You know what? The press looks very interesting for me.
Mm.
I'm not sure.
It looks really cloudy. Interesting.
Yeah. The oil. You see the oil in there? It's like, wow. We're gonna go for the press.
I'm
first.
gonna wait because that's just finished brewing. Yeah, I mean it's hard to say. These are all so hot right now. Woo! Okay, the siphon is definitely gonna be last. I'm gonna go for the pour. Go for the
pour over. Let's go for the pour over. All right. Again, says that it has a lychee, the red apple, fig. You can find in there the
right. And I kind of remember this being a more fruity coffee, but I don't remember any specific fruits really standing out.
We have had a little hard time on that one finding out. Yeah. I don't see any impression of fruity.
No, it's very sweet.
Oh, is it?
It's a sweet, really sweet smell.
The sweet is there, but the aroma of a fruit type, kind of a
almost like a baked apple.
Baked apple.
Baked apple with cinnamon.
I was gonna say, yeah,
something like that.
Baked apple, not actually the red apple, but it's a baked red apple. You know. Okay, let's try it. Wow, this is a lot better than the medium. Yeah,
very fruity.
A lot better than on my first impression. This is a lot better than the medium. So I'm early on deciding.
I don't remember the medium being like anything that just wowed me.
Right.
It was good.
It was good, but it's nothing really big.
This
impact.
It's got that bright acidity, but it's really pleasant. It's not like like in your face.
Yes.
On the back you get the roasted almond.
Right.
Here.
This is fruity.
It really is.
This is fruity.
You know what I'm smelling? What I'm smelling in the aroma?
Don't give me that mushroom and flavor.
No, it's fig. It's like that fig smell. Yeah. But yeah, that flavor.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
But again, like I said when we tried this the last time, I haven't had lychee.
Like
wow. So I don't know what lychee. Like I wouldn't know how to pick that flavor out of this.
And the lychee, right?
Yeah. So maybe that's the fruity I'm tasting. I don't know. I'm not tasting grape. I'm not tasting red apple.
Same here. But
definitely the bright acidity and the roasted almond on the back end.
And the aroma of pig.
Very sweet.
But you know what? Very pleasing.
Yeah, it really is.
Like what Jim mentioned. It's pretty. The acidity is not really that powerful or not really strong.
It's got a good amount of body to it too. It's not what I would expect. Right. I don't drink a lot of light roast coffee, and so it's not what I would expect out of a light roast.
You know what? Can't stop drinking.
Yeah,
that's good.
Slow down. You know you have to. Oh, bro, done. Hey, you know what? We got.
Really good. Really good. But I'm looking forward to find out what's going to be.
I mean, the press has been our favorite for I don't know how many different coffees.
Yeah.
Last week was just the Nicaragua was so good across the board that it was hard to just say which one was. Yeah.
But absolutely, we'll go for
this is solid in the pour over. Yeah. Very solid in the pour over.
But the Nicaragua the other week, last week was about like all three were definitely be good, but the pour over and the press actually is our.
Yeah, it was hard. Like it was hard for me to say one over the other with the Nicaragua, even though the flavor profile was so different
on both of them. Yeah. Okay, so we're trying the press. We're trying the press. Yeah, here's what I'm excited about.
This doesn't have the same sweet aroma.
No.
I mean, it's there, but it's not as strong.
I'm being reminded of a green grape. The aroma of a green grape.
Get me all excited because if I drink this and it's not as good as you're making it out.
No.
Do you think? Hey, so do you think at this point the French press is kind of a placebo for us? Just whatever comes out of it, we're starting to prefer just because.
Not really. No.
I trust our palate. I trust our taste buds. Wow. Interesting indeed.
Told you.
It's a lot smoother in this. Yeah. The acidity in this one, the acidity hits the sides of your tongue and the middle of your tongue.
Right.
The acidity on this just kind of touches the tip of your tongue.
It's a balance for me.
Yeah, it is.
And the fruity, as soon as it gets into your mouth, as soon as it gets into your the fruity flavor basically starts to
And right there with the roasted almonds are there with the fruity flavor. It's not just that back end flavor like it was on the pour.
Yeah, but the aroma is for me. It's really strong. It's really grape. Aroma of a grape. Grapes. Oh, good.
It's really good. But honestly, I think I do like the pour over better the way it hits my palate.
Okay.
This is very well balanced, but almost too balanced for me. I like the way the acidity comes out on this one. Because it's not too strong, but it gives you that initial hit of something. Where this is This is so smooth and so well balanced that everything else is kind of an afterthought.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
But
still, still just really.
I would say that I suspect that when it gets warmer or cold, this will probably give us a sharp acidity.
Probably a lot more fruity.
Acidity.
Yeah, sharp.
But it's got that sweetness in there.
I can even talk straight.
The sharp acidity probably will be present up front, and the fruity flavor will still be there. Okay, let's find out with the.
All right, let's check the siphon. I want this to be good, but I'm expecting it to kick me in the teeth with acidity.
Wow, very impressive. The aroma.
It's more of the roasted almond. It's not very fruity. It's not very sweet.
Yeah, the roasted almond, very clear. It's like baked apple.
Really. I'm not getting any kind of fruity or sweet off of this.
Wow. I feel like I want to put an ice cream on top of it and cinnamon and start eating it. Okay.
Not at all what I expected.
Wow, man, huh? I mean, nothing of a big deal actually. It doesn't really surprise you at the first up front. No strong acidity.
But for me, that is the surprise. That it's nothing.
Right,
nothing's really.
That's as usual. Right?
Yeah, because usually you get a lot of strong acidity, like right off. The first hit, it's just acidity. This is very similar to the press. It's very clean, very
similar to the press. Yeah. Remember the coffee shop we went and they serve us the siphon from a commercial kind of coffee. Up front, it's like download.
There was nothing. I mean that coffee had no flavor to it.
No, nothing.
It just
nothing to
it
talk
tasted
about.
like a roasted bean.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? It's like when two guys like me and Jim, we go.
What's up, Pan?
Hey, Pan.
Come on, man.
We tried that, and there's nothing to talk about. Could you even imagine just the two of us? We're just drinking coffee and not talking.
You didn't even finish it. You were just like,
yeah, I'm done. I'm sorry, but I'm done.
So you definitely get a lot more of the acidity on this.
Yes,
but it's not as bright as it is with the pour over. It's acidic, it's fruity. It almost reminds me of the medium roast. Because once again, there's not something that just jumps out at you with this. It's very clean, very smooth. You get some acidity and some fruity flavors, but there's no like, I can't pick out a flavor.
Oh, okay. For me, I find it kind of bright. Has that bright acidity and present. Like as soon as you taste it, it stays in there. It lingers in there. And man, I suspect again when it gets colder.
Yeah.
This is going to be
absolutely
quite acidic.
Yeah, it's just it's definitely not what I expected.
But
I felt like the pour over had the brightest acidity flavor, not the strongest acidity, but the brightest.
Excuse me,
No, you drank all of yours, sir.
Yeah, it's ugly. Like, look,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, see what I mean? It just kind of like it hits the sides of that spout. And
even if I'm pouring it right,
yeah.
like, hey.
Yeah, this has actually got a brighter acidity to it in the pour over.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the acidity's there on the siphon, but it's just not as bright. It's stronger, but it hits more the middle of your palate, and that's the lingering taste from the siphon that you get is the acidity, whereas the lingering taste from the pour over is more the roast almond.
So yeah, I trust Jim's palate on that one. And exactly, this is exactly what it is, and you just hit it right, bro.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Wow. But I mean, light roast is definitely really good with this.
Right. Light roast will be definitely my strong suggestion to do this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the medium roast on this one.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
the medium, the medium, again, it was a good, solid coffee,
Not
but
bad.
there was just nothing
Mm.
that just stood out about it. There was
Right.
nothing special. Whereas the light roast, you're getting a lot more of those fruity flavors. It's still got a lot of body. It's very well balanced. I mean, it's just overall a better cup of coffee.
That's
light
true.
roast.
If you're going to compare the two videos that we did from the medium to the light, I think we have had a very promising progress
Yeah.
of how we have discovered the tasting notes of this coffee.
I'm gonna say this is the best light roast that I've had that we've
I agree.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
The other beans I think just weren't suited for it. Because you did the La Laguna,
Yeah.
you know, light roast, and that I didn't.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. I think
Absolutely
you said
not,
something
no.
like that. Is it like that?
Hirara-san.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There are some Japanese that like the light roast with this
Because
sharp
they really like
acidity.
that sharp acidity.
Yeah, sharp acidity. They said that's how they feel the sweetness almost. So I could really imagine probably different. But again, you know, it's. I think the palate has something to do with how you have been raised up and where
course.
you've grown
Yeah.
naturally, because it's in your system. So I don't know.
I mean, it's what
Maybe that's
you're
something.
accustomed to tasting. Is the stuff you're going to be drawn toward.
Mm.
You know.
Like most people who have this graded palate, or I mean, good palates, probably, I would say, good cooking. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Does our wives?
My
agree?
wife will tell you. My wife will tell you.
My wife will. There you go.
She says her number one reason for marrying me. Definitely top 3.
Oh God, man, I'm having goosebumps. I'm scared.
Right next to all my financial.
Okay, you all guys, you start learning to cook. So you get your woman in line.
So as this cools off, as we predicted, it is getting fruitier. But
Yeah.
still, the aftertaste on the pour over is still that roasted almond, which for me, I
now here,
really
right.
like that.
When it gets warmer, the roasted almond aroma is very clear.
Yeah, it is
Up front.
actually. It's less sweet now.
Yeah.
But the aftertaste that lingers on your palate is also that roasted almond.
Ah, man, I think I like
The pour.
Pour-over.
I'm gravitating towards the pour over on this one as well.
it's pretty solid. The body is pretty solid for me. I would say it's medium or it's bold, but I would say I would.
No, but it's
characterize
there.
it
It's
solid,
not.
right,
It's not. You know, when most people, I think when most people think of light roast, because I don't know a lot of people who actually will drink a light roast.
Right.
They think of like a tea light cup,
Right.
Or something
Yeah,
that's a
exactly.
little
Yes,
weaker,
yes, yes.
with a lot less body, and that's
Right.
just that's not the
A tea
case.
light, right.
Yeah. This has
Absolutely
this
not,
has enough body. It's got so much flavor. It's got a wide array, you know, from the sweet,
Right.
the fruity, the bright acidity,
Mhm.
all the way over to the darker, the roasted almond flavor that just hits your palate. I mean, it hits your palate differently. Whereas like the press, it all kind of hits at the same time, and it's a very balanced, equal, you know, equal amount of all the flavors. Whereas this one, you get that acidity, you get the fruity up front, and then on the back of it, you get that roasted almond that just kind of lingers on the palate. And for me, I like that as an experience in a cup of coffee.
Right.
You know, I enjoy this because I just love coffee.
Right.
But when I drink a cup of coffee, every drink I want it to be, you know, a little bit of something up front, a little bit of something in the middle, and then on the back, you know, something else. And of course, I really like a lingering aftertaste in coffee.
You've been looking for some interesting characteristics.
Yeah. I mean, I want a 4-course meal as I drink this thing.
Could you even imagine that this is what makes it so interesting? The
I put my
the
nose in
variety.
the coffee.
I got some tissue. Here you go, darling.
Oh, thanks. Our producer is handing me a box of tissue.
He does that. I mean, probably because you're American, like not the Filipinos.
It's because I have a big nose, bro.
All right. Anyway, the Sidra. This is what makes it so interesting. The variety of this bean Sidra. You can just simply read the both two kind of seed that blends in together from Atypica and bourbon, and you know, coming from a doing from a light roast and coming from a wash.
Mm.
I mean, giving you this kind of notes.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Yeah. So the press.
The press.
The press is kind of warm right now.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
very fruity, very tea-like.
very much.
Drink it. Just smell it. Drink
No,
it.
it's the aroma. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely
Mm.
tea-like.
It gets fruitier, but it doesn't get more acidic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be scared. You will probably be expecting that since it spreads, you got more bold, more bitters, so more acidity on it. It's not actually. So here it has becoming like a tea-like.
Yeah, like a fruit.
Imagine
tea.
this from a press and giving you a taste of a tea-like.
Yeah, I mean, typically we've had that when the pour over
doing a
starts
30
to-
grams.
Yeah, it's even stronger than we've been. Yeah.
Right? That's what we usually do.
Yeah.
That's 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably because it's light. Again, you know, what makes
That's
it
really
light.
good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Again, still very well balanced, very clean, very smooth, but brings out just that fruitiness.
The press here,
Mm.
it gives you like the silky mouth
Mm.
at the end of
Yeah.
the last part of your mouth in there.
Mm.
That the silky mouth
Yeah.
feel is so
Yeah.
present.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what the siphon's tasting
Well,
like.
the siphon actually is not really bad at all.
No, I mean it's not what I was expecting. You know,
Mhm.
but usually we get a lot of acidity on these.
I mean, surprisingly,
Mm.
surprisingly,
There's that bright acidity, but that's biting into a fresh, ripe red apple. If
Right.
that's what that is.
fresh,
That's
like wow, fresh,
yeah.
ripe red
that's,
apple.
That's the same experience, the same kind of acidity, the same kind of fruitiness that hits your palate. Wow.
Wow. So, what is this? I mean, all three of them basically gives us a good
Yeah.
result.
Yeah.
Just like the Nicaragua,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Could you imagine that Ecuador? It's the Sidra is actually one of the famous beans that's been grown all over Ecuador, and the Sidra also, the coffee also is a kind of a rarity to them.
Mm.
Like what I have mentioned last week, they produce like about 400,000 pounds of coffee in a year, and it may sound enormous, but compared to Colombia and Brazil, Brazil produces about 50 million pounds a year,
crazy.
and Colombia produces about 15 million a year. And now you are saying, "Oh wow, that's really a rarity now for 400." You know, and very interesting coffee, very interesting seed.
Yeah. But again,
Variety.
I'm gonna say the siphon still is the most acidic.
Yeah. Well,
But again, it's not that in your face.
Not something that you
not
are-
that pungent acidity that some of the others have had.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That word that you use so pungent,
Pungent.
like
Yeah. That's the only way I can describe it.
I feel like this mom is cleaning the house, and you accidentally drank one of the cleaning things.
That's what it tastes like. That's what some of those are tasting like, bro.
All right, so yeah,
It's very good though. All
Yeah.
three very good, very well balanced.
I like the color of the what was this again?
That's the press.
Oh yeah, the press, yeah, the color, the oil, wonderful, very pleasing, and well, absolutely, I would, all three are good,
Mhm.
but I would still settle for the
Yeah, the pour.
pour over.
I really like the way the pour
The balance
breaks
is-
my palate. Yeah.
Balance is perfect.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even it gets warm,
Yeah.
we'll find out as it gets
It's
cold.
it. So for me right now, it's kind of losing some of the body. some of the darker notes on the back end, but it's still
pleasing. Yeah,
you still get that pleasant bright acidity up front. You get the fruitiness, but it almost gets smoother, I guess, on your palate as it cools off.
Yeah, it's not something that kind of irritates you, like in like after it's when it gets cold and I hate it. I know. Yeah. See, I think I did the right. Roasting in here. So I would say
agree.
I
agree.
Me too. It's like that. I was very keen on doing this because I want to make it right. I really want to find out how it will give me that what they were talking about, according to among the professional coffee roasters. So I need to suit up. I need to gear up. So I was very keen onto that, like the smack dub. It's not easy. You really have to be guarding your put your eye on it, put your attention on it. So you have to wait for the perfect timing to stop your roasting in between the first crack before it comes to the second crack.
This is I'm starting to get a lot more of a grape flavor from it as it cools. Just like take a drink and then breathe out, and just the way it hits your palate as you breathe out, it's just great. Green grapes grew all around. Right now, sorry.
The green grapes. Yeah.
What a great cup of coffee.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, the press when it gets cold. That's bright.
Yep. Wow. But that's big. You really get a lot of that fig.
Really?
After the bright acidity hits, you get fig.
The fig in there. Now we're.
It's interesting. You're starting to really pick out the flavors as it cools, whereas when it's hot, you get a lot of the fruitiness, you get a lot of the acidity, and it's great. But you're not just hit with like, oh, that's definitely grape, oh, that's fig, oh, that's red apple. But as it cools, you start to taste more of the essence of those fruits.
Can you try your siphon?
I can, but I'm gonna take another drink of this first.
Because I'm kind of having a different impression on the siphon as it get cold. Give it a shot.
Wow. A lot of bright acidity. And then
nothing.
It's just, that bright acidity is all the top of my palate, middle to the front of my tongue. Everything is just
all over.
Bright acidity right away, and then just smooth, nothing. So I would say if you're gonna make this in the siphon, drink it while it's hot. You're not gonna get a lot of enjoyable flavors as it cools. Whereas these two, you get a lot more of those pleasant flavors even as it cools
when it gets cold. Yeah. Even when it gets cold, still pleasing. For a siphon, to some of you who prefer to have a strong acidity, but again, don't be scared when we say strong acidity. That you get more caffeine in it. Whether there's acidity or they're just strong or less stronger, the caffeine content is still the same. So that's not what it is actually.
Well, light roast coffee is gonna have more caffeine than the dark.
Yes, actually, yes.
Because it retains a lot more of the oils.
The oil,
right?
And all the tasting notes in there, just being stuck in that.
Yeah. Whereas like with the darker roast, a lot of people I think like equate a dark roast with having a lot of caffeine, but that's just not true because a lot of the oils start to burn off.
Exactly. Yeah. That is why you will notice that when you go to a typical coffee shop, you will see all the dark roasts being displayed, and it's got that oily thing in there. It means that they are forcing the coffee to bring out all those necessary oil for your coffee notes. And so that's only
But I
good
mean,
for
of course,
nothing.
what you're looking, what you're looking at mostly when you go to those places.
I see
is
sugar and milk.
Well, I mean, it's commercial coffee, so it's not gonna. It doesn't help to have the oils in the beans at that point because it's just gonna taste like coffee.
There you go. She agrees. Tastes like coffee. I need to hear that from her.
Yeah, 100% for me, the winner of this is the pour-over.
The pour-over.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Well, among the three is very pleasurable, actually. But then again, it depends on who's taking it and who's drinking it, according to your palate, according to your preferences. This is again, but for Jim and I, we found out that the pour-over gives you the best result among the three. We're not saying that this is lesser or that is compared to
I'm saying it.
Like,
no, I mean, it depends on like always it's what your preference is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, because some people aren't gonna want the some people are really gonna enjoy the French press.
Yeah.
Some people who like more of a tea-like coffee or just a really smooth, nothing really standing out, but still very flavorful, very good. Yeah, I mean, it's all three of these are solid. Yeah. But I just really like the way this hits my palate.
I would say this will be. I want to try this for ice coffee, like make it more stronger. Make it like about 50 grams for 400, and doing ice coffee on this one. I don't know.
The press. This is almost cold now, and it's got almost no acidity.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, it's
nothing.
Almost like
it's like water. Not even a tea like. Not even a tea like, right?
No.
I mean,
you get a little bit of that roasted almond flavor on the back end, and interesting.
Nothing. It's just like water.
Yeah.
It's like water.
It's very smooth. Yeah. I really don't have much to say other than that it feels like it's lost most of its flavor.
Yeah. Well, all three of them, they have a very clean aftertaste. That's how the way I put it. So you can get also the hint of the chocolate in here. Yeah. Which is all three of them basically gives you that impression.
It's like more of a milk chocolate, not like your
not a dark
chocolate.
Right?
It's more like a milk chocolate.
Right.
Yeah. A lot smoother.
Yeah. It's a very interesting coffee, very interesting beans, variety of Sidra. Actually, this is the first time we did the Sidra. Oh well, that's only Ecuador, Ecuador, and which I'm what to say lucky to get the Ecuador Sidra, which is
I mean, is this one of the ones that sold out the day you bought it?
No more yet.
Yeah,
we're gone. And I tried to visit the other day, still gone. So
wow.
So we have to wait until next year to get a new harvest. Out of that 400,000 pounds that they produce, so still have to get about 5 kilograms of it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Interesting again.
Yeah, very.
Wow, beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my last, our last live together.
Yeah. In Japan.
But in Japan. But Jim and I have decided, of course, that we'll keep on doing this. We'll continue to do that while he will be remote away from me. He'll be in.
I know it's gonna be a lot longer between when you get your beans and roast them, where we can present it together, because you're gonna have to roast them and then ship
and send it to you.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man! I mean, I would probably be pressured. Hey Glenn, when are you gonna send the beans? It's on her way. It'll get to Arkansas.
Just make sure it goes on a plane and not a boat. If it goes on a boat, it'll be months.
And they're using the Google Map.
We'll just rename the channel Two Guys in a Boat. Two Guys in a Bean on a Boat.
All right, yeah. Anyway, it's I don't want to be too emotional on this.
Nope.
On this
All
year
happy.
because,
We're all happy.
Yeah.
I mean,
all
we're not.
happy. But I will surely be missing my friend
Yeah.
Jim here in person.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
You know, I prefer. We both prefer. We both prefer to do it this way.
Yeah.
Rather than being remote. You know, we can hold on to each other, but then again, it's like the touching thing. You know, hey, like, it's so natural.
Yeah.
This I am going to.
It's a lot easier to deal with technical difficulties when you're in the same room.
That's another thing, and that's another thing too. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And I get more help too at the same time.
Yeah. Sure.
Imagine this.
We're both gonna have to be brewing all three together at the same time.
And you're doing on my own without getting any help. Oh my goodness.
Man, we're gonna have to get some helpers and be like 4 guys in a bean. I don't know. We'll figure it out though.
We'll figure it out, guys.
It's gonna be. I mean, it's probably gonna be a few weeks to a month before we are able to do another live, at least another live tasting. You know, maybe we can do a couple of shorter live chats together. But we'll be I'll be spending a lot more time doing some editing, and we'll get some shorter versions, some more palatable content. You know, like 15 to 20 minute videos that people can enjoy on the go.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
We're trying to making plans on that one. So we hope that to not just to give you some of your enjoyment, but to be able to learn about coffee and to be able to, I don't want to say the words like educate.
I mean, it's educational.
Is about,
this is educational content.
Yes, it's about something different. That's
comical education.
Comical education. Well, it's true. I mean, you cannot find anything like this in YouTube. Just us.
Yeah, it's true. This is actually good gold siphon.
Really?
It's good. It's not like amazing.
Yeah. And it's not really that too strong. It's like
it's just good.
Yeah.
It's a good sip.
It's still pleasing.
Yeah.
Even if it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
Not the bright acidity up front. No. Nothing.
It's just nice.
Yeah. It's just nice. It's pleasant, really.
And of course, we're gonna be bringing Coffee Haven's coffee to the States.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be a lot more readily available for those of you who are in the States and want to order.
You can get hold of them.
We'll
Jim and or me, or might as well go
get a hold of him. He'll get a hold of me. We'll just you know.
Faster and quicker that way to get hold of him. So put your orders on, and you can ask what kind of coffee we have available for you.
Yeah.
And we'll bring it. We'll give you the best.
Yeah.
We'll make sure.
Absolutely.
And by the way, because of the Corona issue thing, we're trying to be very careful, and we're assuring our people, our buyers, that it's been done carefully while roasting it. Anyway, you're gonna roast it anyway.
Guys, he's not sneezing on the beans when he's roasting them. He's not coughing on the beans.
No, I put my mask on. I put my gloves on. I put my apron on.
Grabbing them out with the bare hands after licking your fingers. But even if you did, you're putting them in hot water. It's gonna clean them.
Right.
It's gonna clean them anyway. We're gonna end up with a new heat-resistant strain of COVID.
Oh, this is interesting.
Oh my god,
man! I don't wanna finish this, but hey guys, thank you for watching, and
it's been a lot of fun to do this in person.
It's true, and I've enjoyed it.
While it's gonna be harder, I'm still looking forward to continue being able to bring this kind of content to people.
Yep, that's true. Me too. Who knows? When we come and visit the States,
hey,
we'll do this too, and live bring you 2 Minutes of Coffee now in the U.S.
Yeah, and when I come back to visit here, we're gonna be as much as we can do it together. But
sure, who knows? Maybe in the coming, maybe my friend would be like coming over here every month or twice a month.
Twice a month. That's gonna be. I'm gonna be living in jet lag, bro. At least I'll have. That's true. I mean, What a better way to fight jet lag than with some specialty coffee?
Don't worry, we'll have our private jets.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it, man. We're gonna be traveling the world. We're gonna be going to different coffee farms,
like
different specialty coffee shops.
Who knows? Jack Ma will probably get hold
of
of us and hey, I want to sell your coffee on my Alibaba.
There we go.
There you go.
Thank you guys so much for joining us on this final episode live from Japan.
Yeah,
and we'll keep you posted when our next live's gonna be, and again, look for upcoming videos and content from us.
Yeah. I'm sad.
Yeah, we're gonna get through it. Anyway, those of you in the States, happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Those of you
happy
in Japan,
Independence Day.
happy 5th of July.
Yeah, happy 5th.
It's my sister's birthday today, by the way. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
She's probably not watching, but
well, at least, yeah.
All right, guys, have a great one. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye now. Thank you.